Today, we bring you a story that has shaken the heart of the motorsport world, a devastating reminder of the risks that brave athletes take every time they line up on the grid. On what began as a day of excitement and competition at the legendary Oulton Park Circuit, a catastrophic 11-bike collision during a British Superbike Championship race has ended in tragedy. 2 lives were lost in the incident. Those of Owen Jenner, a rising British star just 21 years old, and Shane Richardson, a well-respected veteran rider from New Zealand, aged 29. This incident marks one of the darkest days in recent British Superbike history. Among those caught in the chaos was fellow competitor Morgan McLaren-Wood, who narrowly escaped the crash with minor injuries. Though physically spared, the emotional toll is evident, as McLaren-Wood bravely spoke to BBC Sport, recounting the terrifying moments leading up to the crash. "I was maybe a row behind Shane and Owen," he explained. "Maybe 5 or 6 bikes back. It could have been more. All I remember is pure chaos. Bikes flying everywhere. Riders going down, there was nowhere to go, nowhere to escape. It's such a narrow track with almost no runoff area. It all happened so quickly. There was no time to react, no time to make a decision." His voice, heavy with emotion, reflected the helplessness felt by many riders who were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. The accident occurred during the opening lap of the race, as riders approached Old Hall Corner, a fast, technical turn that's seen its share of drama in the past. But nothing could have prepared anyone for the horror that unfolded that day. In the aftermath, questions have arisen regarding safety, a common, necessary conversation in the wake of incidents like these. McLaren-Wood, though not an expert in safety standards, raised a point worth reflecting on. "I think in every sport, especially in elite motorsport, there are always ways to improve safety. Maybe there were too many riders on the track that day. I can't say for sure, but this just feels like a terrible, tragic accident. My heart breaks for the families." Shane Richardson was more than just a skilled rider. He was a devoted father, a supportive teammate, and a beloved member of the New Zealand racing community. Racing for Astro JJR Hippo Suzuki, Shane had spent years competing across continents, balancing his professional ambitions with his role as a small business owner. When he wasn't on the bike, he ran a joinery company, a craftsman both on and off the track. He leaves behind his partner Hannah James and their 2 young children, Maddie and Max, who now face an unimaginable loss. "Shane was such a lovely guy," McLaren-Wood recalled. "After every race, he'd stop by to chat, to ask how things went. He always offered advice, where I could improve, how to better my approach. He had time for everyone, and that's rare. More than a racer, he was a deeply loving father. I can't imagine what Hannah and the kids are going through. It's just so sudden, so unfair." Shane had also played a key role in helping McLaren-Wood adjust to life in the UK as a fellow Kiwi abroad. The two had grown close, not just as competitors, but as friends, countrymen, and brothers in racing. The second rider who lost his life, Owen Jenner, was a talent on the rise, a young man with an extraordinary future ahead of him. At just 21 years old, Owen had already built an impressive resume. Riding for Rapid Honda, he had proven himself time and again with fearless determination and raw talent. He had claimed the Superstock Championship titles in both 2020 and 2023 and dominated the GP2 series last year, winning an astonishing 18 of 20 races. His death came after sustaining a catastrophic head injury in the crash. Despite the best efforts of the circuit's medical team, he was pronounced dead at the scene. A heartbreaking end to a life and career that had only just begun. Born in Crowborough, East Sussex, Owen was well known for his relentless work ethic and humble demeanor. Friends described him as quiet off the bike, but lightning fast on it. To many fans, he represented the next generation of British racing, fearless, focused, and full of promise. In a moving tribute shared on social media, McLaren-Wood expressed the deep sorrow that many in the racing community feel, struggling to find the words for what happened today. Rest in peace, Shane and Owen. My heart goes out to both of their families during this heartbreaking time. The tragic crash at Oulton Park has reopened important conversations about safety, race protocols, and the physical and emotional demands placed on professional riders. While motorsport is, by its very nature, dangerous, every step must be taken to ensure that such risks are minimized and that the memories of those lost can lead to positive change. Tonight, as fans and fellow riders light candles, post tributes, and gather in grief, we remember not only the champions that Owen and Shane were, but the human beings they were behind the helmet. Men who loved, who gave, who dreamed. Let us honor their legacy, not simply through silence, nor only through sorrow, but through lasting, meaningful action. In the world of motorsport, where passion, speed, and danger collide, we owe it to those we have lost to pause, reflect, and push for change. This moment calls for more than mourning. It calls for unity, compassion, and a renewed commitment to safety. Let us raise our voices in remembrance and in advocacy for improved protocols, for greater awareness, and for a culture that never forgets the human beings behind the helmets. Let this tragedy not become just another headline. Let it not fade as the race calendar rolls forward. Let it become a turning point. A moment when the entire community, fans, officials, riders, teams, and governing bodies came together to ensure that the sacrifices made on that track were not in vain. Behind every race suit is a beating heart, a person with dreams, families, and futures. Behind every starting position is a soul with courage, commitment, and love for the sport. Shane Richardson and Owen Jenner were not only fierce competitors, they were sons, partners, fathers, friends. They were lights in the lives of many. Shane, a dedicated family man, a business owner, a supportive teammate, and a friend to all who knew him. Owen, a prodigy of British racing, whose quiet determination and extraordinary talent promised a future full of glory. Both men left behind a legacy of strength, kindness, and sportsmanship that will never be forgotten.